Bernie Sanders.
There are a lot of people here. Thank you, Minnesota. And let me thank Indivisible, Move On, 5051, and all of the organizations that have made this great event possible. And thanks to the millions of Americans from our smallest towns to our largest cities in every state in our country who are gathering today at thousands of rallies. It is absolutely appropriate that we hold a major No Kings rally right here in the St. Paul, Minneapolis area. When historians write about this dangerous moment in American history, when they write about courage and sacrifice, the people of Minnesota will deserve a special chapter for themselves. In the face of unprecedented occupation of this city by ICE, Trump's domestic army, this community stood up and with extraordinary solidarity fought back and won. Minnesota showed the American people and in fact the world what democracy is about, what grassroots activism is about, and what standing up for the American ideals of freedom and justice is about. And I want to thank my colleagues, Amy Klobuchar and Tina Smith, for their leadership in the Senate on this issue. And today we remember and honor two brave Americans, Renee Good and Alex Preddy, who lost their lives in the struggle. And we promise their families and their friends that these two heroes will not have died in vain. Their sacrifice has inspired and will continue to inspire the American people in the never-ending struggle for justice. As all of you know, we are living in an unprecedented and dangerous moment in American history. In many ways, the future of our country, and in fact the entire world, is hanging in the balance. And the actions that we take now will determine what the future looks like. The choices that we face are clear. In the wealthiest country in the history of the world, at a time of massive breakthroughs in technology, we now have the opportunity to create a nation in which all people can enjoy a dignified standard of living, where we wipe out bigotry and hatred, and where all of us can live in peace and participate in a vibrant democracy. Where the foundation of our nation is built on love, compassion, human solidarity, and an understanding. As your great former Senator, the late Paul Wellstone, said, we all do better when we all do better. And that is one vision for the future, a vision that, in my view, the vast majority of the American people share. But there is another vision out there as well, a darker vision. It is a vision which says that we must give up on democracy, that we are too stupid and inept to govern ourselves, and that we must put more and more power into the hands of one man. It is a vision that says we should accept an economy in which a handful of oligarchs have unbelievable wealth, while the vast majority of our people struggle to put food on the table. It is a vision that says that the only thing that matters in life is the accumulation of money and power. And that it is okay if we lie, cheat, and steal to achieve those goals. It is a vision which says that we must hate each other because of where we were born. Hate each other because of a different language that someone speaks. Hate each other because of the differences in the color of our skin, or our religion, or our sexual orientation. It is a vision that foments hatred and hatred and hatred, division, division, and division. It is an Orwellian vision which says that we must live in a constant state of fear, that we must always have an enemy, and that we must always be at war. It is a vision which says that we have unlimited amounts of money for bombs and guns and killing, but never enough money to feed our children, provide affordable housing, or enable our parents to retire with dignity. Today, here in Minnesota, in Vermont, and in every state in the country, we say loudly and proudly that as Americans, we will never forsake our heritage. We will never accept authoritarianism. We will never accept oligarchy. And we will never accept a president who is a pathological liar, a kleptocrat, and a narcissist who is undermining the Constitution of the United States and the rule of law every day. We will never accept government policy that gives massive tax breaks to billionaires, throws 15 million Americans off the health care they have, breaks unions, denies women the right to control their own bodies, and is pushing the planet closer and closer to a climate crisis. In the last year, I must confess, I've been thinking a lot about American history, about the men and women in 1776 who, with unbelievable courage, announced to the world that they would no longer be ruled by the King of England, who had absolute power over their lives. These patriots demanded freedom, and they fought a bloody revolutionary war against the most powerful military in the world to achieve that freedom. And they won. And after their military victory, they established the first democratic form of government in modern history. In 1789, they said loudly and boldly to the entire world, here in this new nation of America, we don't want kings. And let us never forget the extraordinary and powerful words they left to us. Quote, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." And today, in 2026, our message is exactly the same. No more kings.
לא משנה איך אנחנו נסיים את הזירה בלבנון או את הזירה באיראן, אם הפסדנו עיר במדינת ישראל, זו הפעם הראשונה שעיר במדינת ישראל הולכת. 10,000 תושבים היום בקריית שמונה, ואתם מצפים מהם עוד חודש או לא יודע כמה, אפילו איך אמר קודם, לא יודעים אפילו עוד כמה, להישאר במציאות העגומה הזו. אתם חושבים שישארו שם? אם היה להם פינוי והם יכלו להיות אסמך הזיכרון הקצר רגע לזכור את ההגדו בבריכה ולא את הכל 10 דקות לרוץ למקלט ובומים כל שנייה, אז זה גרם ל-16,000 לחזור. ואם אתם מצפים שעוד חודש ימים 10,000 שישארו ככה, ישארו 10 אנשים, אלה שלא יכולים ללכת בלבד, כי כבר עכשיו יזכרו את הבומים כל יום. וכל הזמן אומרים לי, זה הניצחון לחיזבאללה הם מפנו. חבר'ה, חיזבאללה יגיד שהוא ניצח לא משנה מה, הניצחון שלו יהיה שלא יישאר במדינת ישראל. לא הם מפנו או לא מפנו, זה לא השיקול שלי. ואם יש לי 4,700 דירות בלי מיגון תקני או מיגון בכלל, איזה ניצחון זה? לא דאגתם להם למיגון עד עכשיו, אז בזמן אמת תמגנו אותם. לא מסוגלים, תעיף אותם מהסכנה. לא שולחים חייל לקרב בלי שכפ"ץ, נכון? למה שמים אזרח בחזית בלי מגן? זה המינימום, זה לתת המדינה לאזרח, לספק לנו ביטחון. כשלתם. יש לי ילדה בת 2 בת 5, אני צריך להוציא אותה לפעילות 2 במקלט, שאני מתפלל כל פעם בדרך הזאת. וככה התושבים שלנו חיים. מישהו מכם יודע מה זה ב10 שניות פה להרן הזה. בלי פינוי מושג, בלי עתן. תגידו, אתם נורמליים? מה אנחנו? איזה אזרחים אנחנו?